Hello guys, in the last episode we have seen how to create and use the encryption ciphers using RSA encryption, and in this episode we will try to apply the same thing for the AES encryption. Right here I have created a Java class that I've named AES, and let's get started by creating an init method. So public void init. This method will create the encryption keys. Luckily for AES, we only have one secret key, so let's add it here. Secret key equal key. Let's import it here, and using a key generator, we will try to generate one key. So key generators equals to key generator.get instance of AES generator. We need to initialize the key size. The key size could be either 128, 192, or 265. I have put it in a comment here that you can see it. So private and private int key size, let's give it 128. In this video let's just work with 128, but you could use whatever just based on the need of your application. So key equal to generator.generate key, and I will not be taking care of exceptions. You could do that in your application. I just want to make this video real quick just to show you how to create, encrypt and decrypt. Once we have initialized our keys, it's time to start encrypting. So public string encrypt a message. First of all, we need to get the byte array from this message. So byte array message in bytes equals to message.getBytes. And then we need to create an encryption cipher. So cipher encryption cipher equals to cipher.get instance AES GCM NoPadding. And then we need to initialize the cipher to be an encryption cipher with the init method using the cipher.encrypt mode, and it needs a parameter which is the secret key we have generated in the init method. And then we can start encrypting. So encryption cipher dot do final message in bytes. This method will return a byte array, so byte array of the encrypted bytes equal to that, and we could return this byte array, or we could turn it to a string. If we want to convert it to a string, I'll add a private method, private encode. It's going to return a string, so encode bytes array data. It's going to return a base 64 get encoder, the encode to string this data. Private byte array, we need to reverse it, so the code string return base 64 get this decoder dot decode our data. So we have encoded. These two methods would be needed, and so right here let's encode our encryption bytes, and this is what we would be returning. So it's going to return our string, and for the exceptions, let's just throw exception right here. And let's do the same thing to decode. So public string to decrypt, string encrypted message. throws exception because we will need it. We need to convert the message to byte array once again. So message in bytes equals to since we have encoded it before return it, we need to decode it. It's like reverse process. So decode the encrypted message, and we will need to create a decryption cipher. So cipher decryption cipher equals to cipher.get instance, same thing, GCM NoPadding, and we need to initialize the decryption cipher with the decrypt mode, and we need to give it the same key. One thing here for the decryption is that we need a tag, and for this tag we need it takes two parameters. So I'll show you here. GCM parameter spec equals to new GCM parameter specs. Here you could see that it takes tag len and a byte array. So for the len I would give it a tlen, and for the byte array we need to get this byte array. To get it we need to actually take it from the encryption cipher. That's why we will go back to this encryption cipher and we will set it to be a class variable. So I'll remove this from here. I'll come at the top, put it right here, private, and I will also add the private int tag length to be 128. For the possible values for the tag length, I've put them right here. You can pick one as before based on the need of your application, based on the strings you want to encrypt. And here let's add the encryption cipher.get the IV, and we will take this spec and add it to the decryption cipher initializer. Now we can get our byte array of the decrypted bytes from the decryption cipher.doFinal message in bytes, and we can return new string based off the decrypted bytes. I think we're good to go. Let's test this in a main method. I'll put everything inside a try catch block, exception ignored, and inside here let's create AES equals to new AES dot, we need to initialize it first, then AES dot encrypt hello world, AES dot decrypt encrypted message. I'll copy this one, string encrypted message equals to that, and string decrypted message equals to that. Let's print this out. So here encrypted message equals to plus encrypted message, and decrypted message equals to plus decrypted message. Let's run our application. So we have the same result right here. It's working fine. That's it for this episode. We have seen how to encrypt and decrypt a string message using the AES encryption. In the next episode, we will try to get our key, a string, and get the tag or the cipher IV, so that we could use them in two different applications. Thanks for watching. See you next time.